Hey, just before I begin, could I just do a point of order? You weren't in the room when this happened, but I understood, I tried to ask a question of Christie while you were out of the room, and I approached her, and evidently the public is not allowed up in that area, which before I did handouts and stuff, and then I was told that I couldn't come up there. But prior to that, during the last break, there were other people from the audience that were up in this area here, just having discussions, visiting. Excuse me. I was trying to ask Christie a question about public records. The question was, at the December IDA meeting, it was mentioned by Director Lambert that he was going to do a written update prior to the end of the year. I didn't see an update. I've been looking for it.
Okay, that is something that I feel, if you're gonna ask questions about public records, those should really be reserved for communicating directly with the office.
In this meeting, he mentioned that he sent out an update just prior to Christmas.
Again, I think that that's something that you should
I was
email
trying to do
Christie.
that, and then somebody told, I think it was Commissioner Thompson, directed the sheriff's deputy to come up and remove me from behind this area.
Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate for the public to be behind the
Okay.
dais on this platform.
So-
You know, if you had an issue.
So I
with
should have come up here, right?
Well, in all reality, if you have issues about public records or questions like that, I think it would be most appropriate to direct them to the office directly.
I just wanted to ask Christie, because it was brought up in this meeting, just before the break, that Director Lambert actually did do a written report that the public hasn't seen.
Sure, okay, in the interest of time though, if you would direct that to Christie, I'm sure that whatever is prepared, she would be able to provide you with. So if we
Okay,
can
thank
have you go ahead and continue with your public comment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think the IDA is totally lost sight of what their purpose is here. Yes, it's economic development, but at the end of the day, it's jobs. If you look at the reason that you have spec buildings, the reason that you do any of this stuff, the corridors, anything that you do, the sheriff's substation, anything you do, at the end of the day, it gets back to jobs. You're trying to create jobs for people in Hardy County. One way or the other, at the end of the line, it's jobs. So I keep seeing nothing in here about jobs. It's all about, I think we need another spec building. I think we need to think about engineering this, looking at that. But as I see the financials here, and I send a letter out every day, and one of the reasons I was gonna ask Christie is I was gonna have her put that into the record, that letter that I sent to the members yesterday about the financials. The financials really should be coming out. The people that get these members should get these financials that go out with the agenda. You should read those things. So I think that, I think you guys are paying the utility bills for CareSync. So Mr. Dumas here, that was standing here today, is it true that that your board is paying the utility bills over at the Tech River building? Looked like in the fourth quarter, it might have been $6,000 for the whole building. It clearly showed in there, no rent was being collected at the PF Mann building. Yet, thousands and thousands of dollars is being paid for taxes, insurance, maintenance. Same way at the incubator building. It's very clear, no rent is being collected at the incubator building. Clearly, there are contracts, agreements, leases in force on all of these buildings, these projects, these companies that were signed, where there are obligations to the public that are not being enforced by you, or being looked the other way. Same way with procurement, bidding, best management practices by your board, where you're supposed to be representing the best interest of the public. A small item that came up, a sink put in the fill line, $3,400 or something for a box sink out of Home Depot.
Final comments, Mr. Coleman.
Thank you. $1,500 for the plumbing from a plumber from Sarasota when Hash Plumbing across the street would have done it for less than half, weren't even called. This is the kind of stuff this board should be looking at, every penny.
Thank you for your comments.
Thanks so
Mr.
much.